I wanted to talk for a second about an article that came across my desk that I thought was kind of interesting. Interesting in the way they take it and interesting in the way then I view it. So the article is called 4 Things You Should Do to Protect Your Business During a Recession. Presumably this is something they're thinking is maybe an imminent issue that could be coming up, that the US could be heading into a recession. Personally, I don't think that's the case, but what's interesting to me is the 4 things they tell you to do if the economy was headed to a recession to help protect your business are things I think you should be doing no matter what. Even if times are good, even if things are going well, even if you have plenty of growth in your business and you're not worried about a recession, these are all things you should be doing anyway. So their tips are strengthen customer relationships, optimize cash flow management, enhance operational efficiency, and invest in employee engagement. Well, okay, yes, if I'm heading into a recession, I definitely want to make sure that I've got my customers locked in. Hopefully they love me. They're not going anywhere. Even if times get tougher, I won't be one of the costs that they cut. I want to make sure that I'm collecting on invoices and have terms with my vendors so I have plenty of cash and I've got a cash cushion and I have good margins. And I want to make sure that I'm not wasting money operationally. I'm not doing things in a wasteful way. I'm being as efficient as I can. And I want to make sure that I'm minimizing my employee turnover. I have them doing their best work, engaged and optimistic about the future and wanting to stay and not look for other work and not be disappointed in how much I'm paying them or how well I'm training them or what growth opportunities I'm giving them. But those are all good things to be doing no matter what the economy is doing or what the business is doing. Those are all good things to do regardless. And that way, even if there is a recession coming, you're not scrambling trying to do these things. You've already got them all in place. It's a lot like when people say, what should I do to get my business ready to sell? Well, these are all the same things. You should be delegating work and be running things with a management team instead of having the owner doing everything. That hurts the value. You want to get rid of old inventory you haven't sold and, cancel software subscriptions you're not using and make sure your staff is right-sized for the size that you are. You don't have fewer people than you need and you don't have more people than you need. You want to make sure you don't have a high customer concentration where one customer is 20 or 30 or 40% of your revenue, right? Because if that customer leaves, you're going to be in big trouble. So those are all things you do before you sell to try and make your business look as good as possible. But they're also things you should do anyway, no matter what, even if you're not planning to sell the business for another 5, 10, or never number of years down the road. So it's the same thing with things you should do to protect your business in a coming recession are things you should be doing anyway. So the article, I think, is helpful, I guess, and these are reminders of things that you should be doing to make your business run as well as it can. But it shouldn't just be about getting through a recession. You should always be doing these things as a business owner, always working on optimizing the business, optimizing cash flow, optimizing customer relationships, optimizing employee relationships. Those are all good things to be doing all the time, no matter what's coming. If you're not doing them now, put them on your to-do list, regardless of whether a recession is on the horizon. Start working on them, and small incremental steps, small improvement every day gets you to where you want to be in the long term, no matter what happens.